I'm Miles Krawitz, and behind me is the accumulation of my 3-year journey towards making a puzzle box that bestows sweet revenge on board game cheaters. Before I show you it in action, we need some background. Do you have a memory of playing a board game and feeling like someone cheated but there's nothing you can do to prove it? Well, I certainly do. So I set out on a mission to create a game that catches cheaters for once and for all. As a kid, I was obsessed with making chain reactions. There was something incredibly satisfying about setting off a series of events with just one push. I also enjoyed escape rooms. The thrill of solving puzzles and unraveling mysteries captivated me. So when I found myself with an old wooden box and the desire to make something cool, I knew exactly what to do. I decided to combine my passions for puzzles and engineering, embarking on a journey to create a puzzle box that can do justice to board game cheaters. The first box I made did not have any electronics. The main puzzle was based on centripetal force, where the user had to spin it really fast in order to unlock it. How does it work, you might ask? Well, the nails inside of the straws want to continue on a straight path because of their inertia, causing them to fall out of the straws, which are traveling on a circular path. The second box was still mostly mechanical, but had a homemade switch that turned on a Nerf shooter. When the user turned on the shooter and inserted a Nerf dart, it would hit a pressurized piece of string and unlock the box. One day, the battery pack was smoking on the workbench. After putting out the near fire, I realized that it was under a concentrated beam of sunlight. What I learned is that you should shield electronic components from the environment, especially batteries, when necessary. With the third box, I was very ambitious. I made the wooden box myself and included more than 10 sensors and 2 actuators. The wiring was a nightmare, and once I coded it, I had a realization. Every time I tested it, at least one wire unplugged, making it nearly impossible to fully use. I learned that the more potential points of failure you have in something, the less reliable it'll be. And when you think about it, this applies to a lot of things in real life. From the Mars rover to your coffee machine, engineers had to meticulously simplify for cost reduction and reliability while maintaining as much functionality as possible. And that brings us to the fourth box. I took everything I learned from the past 3 boxes to make the final one. From the simplified electronics to the perfectly sized holes, I put thought into every detail, and here it is. Now you might be thinking, Miles, that doesn't look very high security. Couldn't someone just pry it open? And my answer is, kind of. While it is technically possible to pry it open, this is by design to catch those sneaky board game cheaters. Because when they open the box without solving the puzzles, this limit switch is triggered, which then sends a signal to the Arduino. And then, with heavy inspiration from Mark Rober's glitter bomb, it activates a super loud alarm and launches a pound of the world's finest glitter right at them, delivering the justice and recognition they deserve. If you are wondering how to legitimately solve it like a good Samaritan, first you have to hold it at a specific angle on all 3 axes independently. Then you need to bring it into 3 different levels of light. Then you need to clap 3 patterns that it gives you. Finally, you need to knock on the lid to magically open it. I hope you had as much fun learning about my puzzle boxes as I did making them. And if you know any board game cheaters, just let them try out my puzzle box.